Go ahead. It's well there. So you also there. There we go.
Yeah, that's good.
There you are. Hello, Canada JCI Senators. It's past President Crispin Bottomley, along with past President Rob Conkright. We're here in Durham together to announce the results for the Canada JCI Senate 2025 election for the 2026 officers. This is the ratification vote. We'll see if anybody is able to join us, and if so, you would be able to watch in the recording. We've gathered here today. We are 2 weeks after the national convention that was hosted by JCI Penticton. We want to thank all of those involved in the organizing committee for running a great event, for those in person. For those that were able to join us online during our annual general meeting, thank you for doing that. And we again wanted to share the results of the election. What we were able to do is send out a survey to all of our members through our newsletter and through our social media channels. And what we wanted to share is that, of course, on October 14th, 27 people participated in the online Penticton Lakeside Resort event. What we were able to do is have guests from 3 different countries attend there, with online another 2 countries participating. During the meeting, 4 items were asked to be voted on. That's the election for president, the election of our vice president, the receipt and ratification of our financial report, and of course, ordering more lapel pins for JCI Canada members to welcome our newest senators. A provision was always been involved for Canadian senators, those who live in Canada or who receive their senatorship from a Canadian local organization, to ratify the decisions made by those people in person. In total, we had 100 senators participate in voting and even more attending in person. So we wanted to give you a breakdown of some of those numbers. The lowest Senate number was Senate 4638, and our highest Senate number was 84227. So this meant that there was a 79,589 number gap in between them, circa 1967, all the way through to the Senate GM. We also were very surprised to learn that 2 guests at the meeting, they were senators, but they did not yet know, and since that time, they've been able to participate in voting online. We've had a variety of different eras participate. This summer, we had our Eras Challenge, where we wanted to encourage everyone to make a donation to the Senate, and we were pleased to see a scattering all the way from the 80,000s right down to the earliest numbers. That breakdown included 16 senators from the 80,000s, 46 senators from the 70,000s, 15 senators from the 60, 4 senators from the 50s, 6 from the 40s, 5 in the 30,000 category, 12 senators all the way back in the 20,000 numbers, 2 from the 10,000s, and of course 1 senator having a number of only 4 digits. So again, we're really pleased to show that this vote shows all of the different eras of our Senate. Now, if you saw in your vote, you were able to learn and listen to our candidates for vice president, both on Instagram and YouTube. Our YouTube had 2 different candidates who received a combined viewing of 94 different viewers on our YouTube. And there was a total of 1 hour and 40 minutes spent watching these campaign videos. We also wanted to let you know that we had over 440 views on our Instagram of the 2 candidates' videos. So we know that the anticipation's building. We're about 6 minutes into this video, and we wanted to give you the results. Of course, for our treasurer, Patty, thank you for all that you've done to do this. We've listened to great new ideas for how we can increase support of the Senate. And the financial reports were sent out in our newsletter, and those were presented in the meeting. So I'm going to ask Senator Rob to please provide us the results from the online vote. This would be those who are voting in favor and abstentions to find out if our financial information is passed.
Okay, you keep talking, get my glasses.
So our financials included 3 different parts. One was to receive the members' statements. One was the financial activity of our year to date, and of course our financial contribution. So we have just a little bit more time to wait as Rob's gone to go get his glasses. This is what happens if you're a senator from the 50,000s. I was already wearing my glasses. We want to thank, of course, those that are watching online. JCI Toronto is watching with us. We have a few other visitors. And so for our results, for our financial reports, these are the online votes.
Online, we had 65 in favor and 8 abstentions.
So with that, the financial reports were accepted by the AGM group and have now been ratified online.
We have 87.8% in favor.
We also had another item, which was to order pins for the Canada JCI Senate. And Rob, can you give us those results?
Yes, the online ordering of lapel pins for the Canada JCI Senate, 74 in favor, 1 against, 2 abstentions.
Terrific. So our newest senators will be getting their new pins sent out to them. We'll make sure that any new senators receiving their senatorship will receive those once we have them. We then asked those members that were present at the meeting to accept the single candidate for president. That is Senator Paul Clissold, 70500, our candidate. Paul had joined JCI in 2004 in Penticton, moved along to Kelowna, and then later in Calgary. We were excited that he was our national president for Canada JCI, and then finally now running for Senate President. He was confirmed by the group in-house, but now we want to find out online. So can you give us the number of people who voted in favor and if there were any against?
For the vote confirming Paul Clissold as the 2026 President of the Canada JCI Senate, 96.1% voted in favor, none against.
Terrific. Congratulations, Paul, on your election. You are as popular as ordering new pins for the Senate. Now, this is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the one that you participated in, and you have had all of your parts. We received 23 in-person votes, and these were added to the 77 votes cast by the online community. There were a total of 100 votes cast, and we would like now to announce the results. The 3 choices were given were for an abstention, to vote for Senator Nicola Dent, or to vote for Corinne Sharanek. Rob, would you please, with the help of your posters, put out our first one? For the number of abstentions, we had 11 votes that were not cast or spoiled. These 11 represent 11% of the vote. The next candidate is Nicola Dent. We are able to share that Nicola received 44 votes, or 44% of the votes. And now we're happy to announce that Corinne Sharanek received 45 votes, or 45%. This brings us on to our next vice president. Congratulations to there. We want now to bring in, if possible, Paul Clissold, who's watching, who's just recently connected as our elected president. So again, we also want to thank everyone for participating in the process, and especially thank Nicola and Corinne for letting their name standing. We are, at this point, excited to have the election for the 2026 executive completed. With that being said, we want to conclude our election process. We thank everyone that participated. I'd like to personally thank Rob for chairing the meeting in my absence, and again, working together with the scrutineers to get the online voting as well as the in-person voting brought together. So again, your 2025 executive will be past President Kara Heck starting January 1st, 2026. We have Paul Clissold, who will be the 2026 National President for the Canada JCI Senate, and we'll have Corinne Sharanek as our Vice President. While we're here, we of course also want to congratulate in person here our Senator of the Year. That's Rob from JCI Durham. We're excited, of course, to have been able to have this as part of our award presentation. Again, senators are giving back in many different ways to their own local organization. We'll be working with President-elect Jonah to continue this cooperation between the Canada JCI Senate and JCI Canada. We're very pleased with how everything's been going with President and Senator Danielle Hofer, and we look forward to seeing the rest of it there. We've always said that service to humanity is the best work of life. Your service continues on after your retirement into the Senate, and we're excited to have everyone participate. We'll be sending out this information in our newsletter. So again, look for your newsletter for confirming this results. Thank you all for those who joined us online. Thank you all for those who participated. We wish you a great day and have a wonderful month of October. To all those who will be participating and celebrating, thank you.